Um, Javi, can you give us your thoughts on the game? I mean, it seemed like Miami pretty much had things, in hand, but twice gave up leads. And then honestly, it seemed like when Messi and Alba went in, there was a different energy level from Atlanta and from their crowd, and everything seemed to change. It got very frantic, it seemed, from my vantage point at that moment. How would you describe that game?
No, the game. I think that was a tough game. Especially we always when we came to play here. It's a tough stadium to play and a difficult team. But I think like we have a good performance. I think the first half we find the goal, and we manage the game in a good way. And then the second half, when they score the goal, then Campana, score our goal, and then we thought that we're gonna manage the game a little bit better. But of course, Atlanta is playing at home. They're gonna push. They have a big crowd, and this is kind of the game that we expected. I don't think that wasn't because we made any subs. That was because they were losing the game, and then we start to push to try to tie the game. I think it was a difficult game that we get 1 point, and I think like is what happened in the game.
Can I ask one follow-up? With 1 point, do you view that, considering that you only had three regular starters in that game and you were on the road against such a big crowd, do you consider, is 1 point, does the team feel that that's actually an okay result to get 1 point out of that game?
No, like we the mentality for us, even that we know that we have a lot of subs, a lot of rotation, the mentality, Tata said during the week that we came in here to try to win the game. And unfortunately, we couldn't get the 3 point that we were expected, like, and if you ask me, at the end of the game, I think it was a fair result.
Next, we'll
Thank
go
you.
to Jose.
Thank you so much, Michael. Javi, always good to talk to you, man. Franco kind of took my question, so I'll go in a different direction. I'm curious as to the balance between the amount of opportunity versus the quality of opportunity. Tonight, it seemed like there were less opportunities, but they were higher quality. How do you balance that in training and in discussion through the week when you're preparing?
No, I think that is something that you cannot plan or you cannot train, because I think that was that dynamic of the game tonight, like if you see the last, I don't know, 10 minutes of the game, there were two teams where they're looking for the result, for the victory, like they playing at home and they need the 3 points, and we were playing away, and our mentality, like we say, like was coming here, to the Mercedes-Benz and try to win the game. So then, when you start to play those kind of game at the end of the game, and that is gonna happen, and opportunities, situations, like, and then, like you say, maybe they have a little bit more than us, but also, like the opportunity that we have with Luis, that the defender, take away from the line. If we score that goal, that was 3-1, and probably the game was over. That line is pretty thin, but I think like we're happy with our team tonight.